Welcome back to the channel. This is Andrew, running with Dr. Andrew, and today is another midweek training talk. All right, guys, let's go. Today I'd like to talk to you about a muscle called the psoas major. It's a muscle that is attached to your lumbar spine, and then it attaches down into your pelvis area. It's an important muscle for hip flexion and a little bit of side bend in your trunk. And so sometimes it can be a little tight and restrict your hip extension while running, or it can be weak and preventing you from doing hip flexion while you're running there. So today I'd like to share with you some exercises and some tests just to determine if you have a tight psoas major or a weak psoas major. Like I said before, the psoas major is a muscle that is attached into the lumbar spine and down into the pelvis. And so what its job is to do is a primary hip flexor. And so something that definitely can contribute to, if it's tight, it definitely can contribute to trunk flexion and not allow you to fully extend your hip, and also it can contribute to maybe some weakness too, since it's a primary hip flexor and difficulty to drive your knee. So these few exercises that I'm going to show you may kind of help out either stretch or also help strengthen. So there's a couple tests that you can do to help with that. One test is to bring your knee up on one leg, and then if you're able to keep your leg up there, then your hip flexors are probably pretty strong. But if it kind of dips down just a little bit, that may be indication that it's weak. And then also the second test is just to do a simple test where you lay on your back, bring your knee up towards your chest, and then if your leg is all the way flat with the table or the mat or bed, then you know you have enough flexibility. But if it's up a little bit more, you know maybe that psoas major may be tight. So here's a few exercises that you can do to help out with the tightness of your hip. First one that you can do is you can half kneel on the ground or on the on a mat or your bed, and you can place anything underneath your foot. And so you're gonna do almost like a quadriceps stretch on the back leg. I have like several different yoga blocks underneath my leg there, and so that's gonna help stretch. And then also you can bend away from the leg. So if I'm stretching the right to back leg, you're going to stretch your arm over to the right just to help out with the stability with that. You can also do squeezing your bottom muscles. That will definitely help increase the tension on that psoas major muscle, and definitely it feels good, and it's one that can cause back pain and thigh pain as well. So definitely it's one that can be stretched. Sometimes typically are really tight. We sit a lot, and so those are going to be nice and tight because that does bring our trunk forward, and so if they are tight, so that doesn't allow you to fully extend your trunk there. And the second stretch that you can do is you can lay on your stomach, prop yourself up on your elbows, and then you can bring your quadricep back, both of them at the same time, both legs at the same time, or you can do just one leg all the way flat, bring your leg up and stretch. And you want to do the stretches, long holds, 30 to 40 seconds or so, 3 times. And then you can also do, different positions. You can do switch legs, or you can do both legs at the same time, and that's going to help out stretch that psoas major muscle. Now, if you're weak, you can do this one simple exercise here. You can prop yourself up on your elbows, tighten your core there, and lift your leg up over a bolster or a yoga block and back over. That's going to help really engage those hip flexor muscles. And then you can do at least 20 to 30 repetitions on both legs, and that's going to help you with that stability there. And definitely I think these are important exercises to do. Something that I kind of neglect to do sometimes is strengthen my hip flexors, so they are a little bit weaker. I do stretch them quite a bit, so I think they're important to stretch, but also I think they're very important to strengthen too, because they can get weak, and that's something that can help you out with your knee drive when you're running, especially if you're running faster paces. If you're doing a mile of distance, or doing a 5K distance, that definitely may kind of help you give you the edge that you need to drive your knees forward. So this concludes this video for this week's midweek training talk. I hope everyone's doing well this week. I've completed at least 13 miles this week so far this week for my training. Let me know in the comments how your training's going. So I hope everyone out there keeps safe, keep running, and we'll see you next time.